Magandang umaga po sa ating mga tagapanood, sa ating mga panauhing pantayan, sa ating mga mahal na tagapagsalita ngayon, mga kapwa po, senior citizen, at mga panauhin. Sa umaga pong ito ay magkakaroon tayo ng napakahalagang bahagi ng isang palatuntunan na inihanda ng pamunuan ng DSS-SCA para sa kapakanan ng mga senior citizen na pinamagatang Health Awareness Campaign. Ito po ay naisipan namin dahil mahalaga ang ating kalusugan sa edad natin ito na kailangan itaalang-alang natin ang kapakanan, lalo na ang kalusugan nating mga senior citizen.
Just where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer as we go. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai,
I pray we'll find your light
nel cuore resterà. A ricordarci che
when stars go out each night,
eterna stella sei. Nella mia preghiera,
let this be our prayer.
quanta fede c'è.
When shadows fill our day,
lead us to a place,
guide us with your grace,
give us faith so we'll be safe. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia, di speranza. Ognuno nella mano alza vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dai, serio c'è,
and watch us from above.
ognuno trovi amore,
We hope it's all we'll find,
intorno e dentro sé.
another soul to
Let this be your prayer,
let this be our prayer.
just like every child.
Just like every child,
Need to find a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. E la fede che hai acceso in noi che ci
Members of the Sangguniang Barangay, headed by our young at heart, active, thoughtful, and a very supportive barangay captain, Openya Amgaduang. So with the members and officers of the newly formed organization, or association I should say, under the leadership of our two presidents, Mrs. Narcisa G. Makutay, with a very supportive to our very own beloved president, active, faithful, and a very thoughtful president of the said association. To visitors, donators, and others who are present today, I welcome you all. Today marks the initial or the first celebration of our Christmas party that has been made, agreed upon by the members of the senior citizen. This has been made because the dream of the officers of this association is to make them happy during Christmas season. That's why we did not continue to have a live program, because we had not given a permit to have a festivity or occasion like this. Now it has been put on and agreed upon again, and it has been made online. That's why we are here, my friends, at the house of our very own Vice President, to make the so-called program for you to witness, to listen, and to have. Everything will be transparent and it will be known by everybody. The dream of the officers is to make you happy on this occasion. Not only that, not only to have an occasion of festivity like this, but rather to mold the elders. Our president, I should say, had invited two doctors to explain their topics, different topics, with regards to COVID-19 for the elders. So this is why we are here, because we wanted that if possible, everybody must have to participate for the enjoyment and the continuation of this program. My friends, again, we are very, very grateful to have this occasion with the majority whole support, with the members of the barangay, headed by our barangay captain, Peña M. Gatua. Again, I am reiterating my thanks and full gratitude to each and every one of us for your fulsome support in realizing this occasion, as well for the goodness of the senior citizen. I am, and thank you very much. Mabuhay tayong lahat, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!
Ang ating mga tagapagsalita ay ipapakilala po ng ating masipag na Pangulo ng DSSSCA na si Ginang Miriam Dumalyang Makutay.
Sa ating MP Ginang Narcisa Makutay, sa ating mga tagapanood, sa ating mga tagapagsalita sa araw na ito, sa kapwa ko mga senior citizens dito sa Barangay Silawan Sur, Santiago, Isabela. Mga kaibigan, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ngayong araw na ito, tayo ay pinagpala dahil kasama natin ang isang doktor na ang kanyang espesyalisasyon o expertise ay sa sakit ng mga senior citizens na gaya natin. Siya lang ang bukod tanging geriatrician dito sa lalawigan ng Isabela. Nagkaroon ang ating tagapagsalita o lecturer ng pagsasanay sa internal medicine sa Adventist Medical Center sa Pasay City. Natapos niya ang kanyang fellowship training sa St. Luke's Medical Center sa geriatric medicine o isang sangay ng medisina na ang kalusugan ng mga tumatanda ang kanyang expertise. So maaari po tayong sumangguni o kumonsulta sa ating lecturer sa 3 malalaking ospital dito sa Isabela, gaya ng Adventist Hospital, Santiago Medical City, at Southern Isabela Medical Center. Ako'y naniniwala na ang ating tagapagsalita o lecturer ngayong araw na ito ay isang magaling o isang brilliant na doctor. Mapapatunayan ninyo pag natapos ninyo narinig ang kanyang lecture. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Dr. Floresita Andal Reyes, our geriatric doctor in the province of Isabela.
Before anything else, bago tayo magsimula, I would like to greet advance Merry Christmas to all our grandpas and all our grandmas. Okay? And I would also like to thank Ma'am Miriam Makutay and Ma'am Narcisa Makutay for this invitation and for being part of your Christmas celebration, no? For the year 2021. I heard na ipapalabas natin to during the Christmas presentation or celebration. So, and to all our listeners and friends out there in Silawan, Barangay Silawan Sur, Etchage, members of the Senior Citizen Organization or Association, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. And this lecture is especially focused po sa ating mga older adults as a gift to you for 2022 hanggang sa kaya natin. Okay? So, ang team po pala natin noong October 2021, baka hindi po natin nalalaman na ang October is October 1 to 8, Elderly Filipino Week. Yan po yan ang information na dapat po natin alamin at alalahanin. At ang tema po nila dito ay mahalaga sina lolo at lola ngayong pandemya. Okay? So, hindi po tayo exempted. Pag senior citizen, you are not exempted because part pa rin po tayo ng ating community. Okay? Now, because of this, tayo naman po ay nakapag-isip ng pwede nating maging goal at anong topic ang dapat nating pag-usapan. And ang topic po na naisip ko ay the older adults and the COVID-19. Ito po ang goal natin is to promote healthy aging during COVID-19. Kasi ito po ngayon ang in na in. Okay? Marami po tayo mga lola at lolo na naapektuhan ng COVID-19. At siguro, mayroon din po kayong kakilala na naapektuhan din ito ng COVID-19 kasi walang exemption. At yung inyo pong special population are the one that are at risk. Malaki ang peligro po natin bilang nasa edad po ng 60 and above. Okay? So ito po yung tinatawag nating senior population. And because of this lockdown, mga Q, ECQ, GCQ, diba? Naapektuhan ba kayo? Sino ba naman ang hindi? So, kapag ba nagkaroon ng pandemya, ibig sabihin ba, are we just going inside the house, doing nothing, sleeping? Diba, this is a challenge to you mga lolos at lolas. And of course, sa mga nasa edad po ng mga 60, 65 at pataas. Okay? Now, umpisahan po natin ang healthy aging. Okay? So, ano bang healthy aging? Naririnig natin po yung healthy aging. Meron po tayong limang sentro ng healthy aging. Okay? Ano po ba ito? Sabi mo na, Doktor, ano po itong sentro na ito? Healthy aging, may core for a healthy aging. Number 1, promoting health. Healthy lifestyle, no? Promotion of the healthy living, prevention, injury prevention, and managing chronic conditions. Yan ang number 1. Number 2 concern po natin is yung cognitive health. Ano yung cognitive health? Naririnig nyo? Hindi ko lang alam kung tama pagkakaintindi ko o pagkakasabi ko sa Tagalog. Something to do with pagbibigay malay, reasoning, no? Pwedeng maging ganun yun. And then, pangatlo, physical health. Yan, dapat conscious tayo. Alamin natin kung paano ba tayo magiging physically fit and healthy. And also, mabuting kaisipan. Mental health. At ang panglima, social health. Okay? Yun yung engagement. Yun yung pakikipagsalimuhan natin sa ating kapaligiran at sa ating kapwa. So, ulitin ko ha. Healthy promotion. Number 2, cognitive health. Physical health. Mental health, kaisipan. And social health. Okay? Tandaan niyo po yan. Alright. Now, we will now go to promoting health, preventing injury, and managing chronic condition. Okay. Naririnig niyo po siguro yung sinasabi nilang COVID-19 at saka yung mga comorbid sa matatanda. Mas mahirap po silang i-manage because of the comorbidities or underlying disease. Ano po ba yung chronic? Chronic, yung pangmahabaang kondisyon ng sakit ng isang tao. Diabetes. Walang katapusan po yung diabetes. Once you have your diabetes, forever, forever. Amen. High blood, ganun din po. Nagme-maintain kayo ng gamot. Hindi po pwedeng pasundot-sundot lang. Okay? And you also have the COPD. Yung mga may sakit sa baga brought about by chronic smoking. Smoking for a long, long time. At pag naningil na, eto na, cancer na. And also stroke. Yan. So kapag tayo po ay nakapitan ng mga sakit na tulad na ito at nagka-COVID kayo, it's a big, big, big problem. Okay? So, dito pa lang, as we go old, bata pa lang tayo, ay dapat ayusin na natin ang ating buhay. Para pagdating natin sa senior citizen, hindi po tayo ganun gaping-gapi. Dahil pag umiidad tayo, humihina na po ang ating resistance, bumababa ang immune system nga, kung tawagin yung immunity ng ating katawan. So, pag dumating si infection, lagot tayo. Kasi maapektuhan ng husto. Okay? Another risk factor po natin bukod dun sa mga chronic sakit is poor nutrition. So, habang umiidad tayo, syempre gusto natin masasarap na pagkain. Hahanap-hanapin ang taste buds natin. Pag walang alat, pag walang mantika, lagi ang sabihin hindi man lang namamantikaan ng aking dila. So, syempre, pag sinabi nag-demand si Lola at Lolo, syempre, ito namang anak, gusto naman tayo pagbigyan. Okay, sige po. But not knowing that when they give up to our craving and desire, at the back of our mind, mapapalapit tayo sa masamang kondisyon. Okay? Next is dementia. Naririnig niyo po siguro yung sakit na Alzheimer's dementia. And perhaps, sana hindi po ito huli, na aking una't huli. But I hope I can join you also in the next few months sa pagdating next year, wherein I would like to discuss with you about dementia. So, meron po akong Alzheimer's 101 lecture sa inyo. Okay? Dehydration. Ayun, natutuyo. Yung tuyo. And then, ang isa pang risk factor kung bakit kayo hindi nakakarating sa healthy aging is yung mga pasyente o mga lola't lola na bedridden lang at naka-wheelchair lang. Eto lang. Hanggang dito lang na tayo. So, we don't like that thing to happen. What we would like you to do is, as early as possible, you will be able to know the diagnosis for you at ang tamang therapeutic at prevention. Prevention is still better than cure. So before we go to that certain time na gagamutin na kayo, huli na ang lahat, tapos na ang lahat, na naikot na natin lahat ng gamot, pero wala tayong magagawa kasi dead end na tayo eh. So masakit yun. And the more na napapalawak yung oras na ma-diagnose kayo sa sakit nyo, mas lalong lumalawak po yung inyong gastusin. So, at this point in time, importante po sa atin na unahan na natin. Kaya sabi ko, preventive measure is better than the cure. And then another thing is, huwag natin kalimutan po yung bakuna. Kaya po tayo nandito din is, res bakuna. Pinopromote din po natin ang bakuna. Meron po tayong bakunang flu na annual, every year. Meron po tayong pneumonia, meron po every 5 years. At meron po naman isang klase ng pneumonia vaccine na for life. Okay? Sa mga 65 and above. And then, the COVID-19, yung res bakuna po, na makakaano. Ngayon po ay booster na. So, I'm not so sure kung lahat po ba dito sa Etiague, especially dito sa Siluan Sur, ay nabigyan na po ba lahat ng mga lolas lolo, senior citizen. I'm not sure yet. Pero if not, habol na kayo. Hindi pa siguro huli ang lahat. Okay? Now, I talk about nutrition. What about nutrition? Okay. Next time, this will be more detailed. Ngayon, just in passing lang. Okay? Number 1, which is libre. If you want vitamin D, saan natin makukuha? Araw. Lumabas lang po kayo. Get out. Lumabas lang kayo ng bakuran nyo. 30 minutes lang po kayo umupo. Kung gusto nyo umupo kayo ng 30 minutes. That is for balance and doing well ng isang senior citizen. And that is vitamin D na. Libre. Libre ang araw. Okay? Now, next is eat a balanced diet. Balance. Paano balanced diet? So, ito may konting a little tip lang. Sa araw-araw, each day, you should have about 2.5 cups of vegetable. Kahit anong vegetable, basta vegetable po. And 2 cups of fruits. Ulitin ko 2.5 cups of vegetable and 2 cups of fruits. Okay? 180 grams of grains at 160 grams of meat and beans sa each day. Now, for each week, yung hindi po vegetarian, you can have red meat 1 to 2 times a week. Hindi po a day. Not every day. Per week sa isang linggo. And poultry, mga manok. Manok, what else? Bibi. 2 to 3 times a week lang po. So, yung magpupugo, may nagpupugo minsan na 5, kasi maliliit. Kala nyo, yung maliliit na yon mas dangerous po yun. Kasi mas mabigat po yung pugo kaysa yung ordinary egg na sa chicken. Okay? So, advice is eat a mixed whole grains. Ano yung grains? Mais, wheat, rice, legumes, beans, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. That is for whole grains. And then, try steaming or boiling instead of frying. Mag-ingat tayo sa pagpiprito po. And then, drink plenty of water. Except for those with may mga problem po sa bato or may mga problem sa puso. Medyo minimal po yung water nila, water intake. Pero kung wala naman tayong problema sa puso at sa baga at sa kung asang part ng ating body, ay pwede po tayo uminom ng tubig. Huwag po natin iwasan yun. Kasi importante hindi ho tayo natutuyo. Kasi I mentioned kanina about dehydration. Limit salt. Soy, fish sauce. I know Ilocanos here in Ilocania, you are very fan of maalat. Bagoong po. Number 1. So, please, limitasyon po ng ating asin. Kailangan natin ng asin, pero limitado po. Not asin every time you eat. Okay? Avoid snacks. Snacks. Soda. Cookies and cakes. Especially ngayon po, ewan ko po, sa kasalukuyan, baka meron kayong mga ganyan, ngayon the birthday celebration or Christmas celebration, sigurado po meron tayo mga ganon. Cookies, cakes, and sodas. I would advise you to eat raw vegetable. Linisan lang na maigi. Pwede po nyo siyang linisan sa pamamagitan ng asin. Ibabad nyo po sa asin. That's the only way you can do. Then, yung running water, pwede po natin siyang i-wash. Yung raw vegetables, mga green leafy vegetables. Fruits, and please, unsalted nuts. I mentioned about legumes, beans, para dapat mas maganda po yung hindi na pritong mga mani at hindi po na asinang mani. Siguro ano lang, what do you call that? Yung ganun lang, iningit. I don't know how do you cook, ano yan, no? So, yan. And then, when it comes to fats, kailangan din naman po natin ng fats kasi when we have, alam natin, balance, you have carbo, you have protein, you have fats. And when it comes to fat, gagamitin po natin ang ating olive oil, soya oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, corn oil. Yun po ang mga gagamitin natin sa cooking oil. Okay? Ulitin ko po, olive oil, soy, canola, sunflower, and corn. Okay? And the last but not the least is avoid industrialized, trans fat. Ano yun? Processed foods. Okay? Alam nyo na po kung ano yung mga processed food. I will not mention kung ano-anong brand. Bawal po yun. But processed food, cookies, margarine, and fried food. Okay? Iwasan po natin yun. So, I hope that next time we will go more in detail kasi sasabihin niya naman, ano na ngayon po ang kakainan namin kung lahat po yun ay bawal. Di ba po? So, next session, the next, we will be, siguro, we'll be giving you some tips or mga menu na pwede natin magawa nang wala po lahat itong mga pinapaiwas sa inyo. Next strategy is involve your family and friends. So I hope this video or this lecture will be shared not only sa ating komunidad and with us senior citizen but also your family. Yung mga younger age to prepare you for your care. Kasi if you know only, kayo lang po may alam nito, who will care for you when it comes to the time na medyo may edad na kayo? I mean, you cannot do it your own. Who will prepare your food except you? So I guess this lecture is not only for the senior citizens, but those, your family. You have to involve your family and friends. That is why ito panglahatan. Okay? This is a public information that everyone should know. Next is you have some books. Books like recipe books. Ang nire-recommend po dito is yung 100 Recipe to Live 100 Years. This is by Don Blutner. Nakikita po yung Blue Zone Kitchen. Mapin niyo po yun. I don't have that yet, but I just read na maganda po itong Blue Zone Kitchen. And actually, they mentioned about 5, bakit blue zones? Blue zone. Sa part ng country, there are 5 zone or countries wherein these are where the older and healthier people live. Just to mention, maalala ko 3 lang. Greece. Yung isa po ay Japan. Okinawa. Umaabot ng 100 po yung mga tao doon. Kung kaya nila, kaya rin natin. Siyempre ha. And then, yung isa po is in Loma Linda, California. Doon po siya sa community po ng Seventh-day Adventist, wherein they are eating plant-based. More of the plant-based rather than meat. Meron po tayong evidence-based dietary plan, and that includes the Mediterranean diet. More of nuts, fruits, and vegetable din po yun. Okay? Now, I forgot to mention, meron din po tayong osteoarthritis. Isa po yung osteoarthritis. Siguro po, mga iba sa inyo po na nakikinig ay may osteoarthritis. Sakit na yung mga balakang, mga kasukasuan, sabi nga, no? Problema niyo sa senior citizen. So, meron din po tayong pwedeng matignan sa website, www.arthritis.org. Ipa-flash din siguro later on about this, no? On arthritis. Next is we have the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. Meron din po tayo sa Pilipinas ngayon, bago-bago po yun, but some of information ay coming from the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. Ito po yung ginamit ko ngayong informasyon. Makikita po niyo siya sa www.lifestylemedicine.org. Yan. So, evidence-based po lahat yung mga mini-mention ko sa inyo. Okay? Alam po ng mga ibang teachers yan. Evidence-based. Lagi pong through mga researches bago po natin sinasabi sa public po yan. Alright. So, another is, kailangan po talaga ng mga senior, ng mga tinatawag na wellness. You need to have an annual wellness visit to your primary care physician or to your doctor. Sa amin pong mga, especially sa senior citizen, meron po kaming additional. Aside from the normal na ginagawa namin sa mga adult, pero meron pa po kaming additional touch para makita po namin lahat yung mga problema binanggit ko kaninang 5 na concentrated po sa mga senior citizen. So, kasi po ngayon po, ang problem natin is we have access to healthcare, especially ngayong pandemya. Ang mga lola at lolo nakatago na sa bahay. Lumalala na yung high blood, lumalala na yung sakit nilang diabetes, takot nga sila sa exposure. So, there are other ways po na if you don't want to go to the hospital, there are other ways to connect to your doctor. Okay? And right now naman po, medyo hopefully, mababa na talaga. Sana, hindi na po papasok ang mga iba pang matuto na tayo. Matuto na po tayo sa experience natin for the past 2 years. May 2 years na ba? Anyway, so, we are concerned not only on monitoring your chronic condition, but also preventive care. Sorry. Binakalala. Routine, preventive care. So, ang mga screening tools po na ginagamit ng isang geriatrician or ang isang specialista sa isang adult, sa isang senior citizen is mobility. We will check for your mobility. We will check for your diet quality. Anong nutrisyon? So, kasama na yun. I-gauge mo namin kung ano yung kinakain nyo kasalukuyan and how we could lead you to the right path. Next is the cognitive capacity. We will check for your hearing, vision, kasama po yung oral, kasi kasama po yung ating dentist sa pagkain at sa pagmuya natin. Pag sira po yung ipon natin, marami tayong nagiging problem sa nutrition. We also check for your sleep pattern and the psychological well-being as well as your social care and support. Yun po ang aming concentration when it comes to the senior citizen. Alright? Okay. Question? We don't have question at this point because this is only recorded. I hope to answer most of your question when you give some questions to Ma'am Miriam. No? Alright, I know you know about the clinical manifestations of COVID-19 in the older adults. It's just the same. Parehas lang po siya sa bata, sa matanda, at sa mga tumatanda pa. Same lang po siya. And the difference is medyo minsan hindi po nagpapakita ng ubo o hindi nagpapakita ng lagnat. Makikita nyo lang po ang isang matanda na walang ganang kumain, mahina, tapos walang ganang makipag-ugnayan sa inyo. Parang gusto lang niya nandun lang, natutulog lang sa isang lugar, sa bed, and without communicating to you. Not knowing na na-infect na pala ito. Yun. That is the typical problem sa mga senior. So, dapat po, you must be keen. You must be sensitive on sa isang matanda. Because same, oo, yes, pero wide range po yon. Pwedeng makikita nyo siya ng symptoms, pero pwedeng makikita nyo lang po mahina, body weakness, and loss of appetite. Isa pong ibig sabihin yon, may muscle ache pa pala. Muscle ache, headache, diarrhea. Okay? So, nagpapahiwatig po na something is wrong when your lolo and lola ay bigla po siyang nanghina. Something is wrong. Okay? Parang si baby yan. The baby cannot express themselves. Same thing with the lolas and lolos. They are fragile, very sensitive, very frail. Masyado po silang mahina para sabihin sa inyo yung mga problems nila. And sometimes they themselves doesn't know na ganun na sila. Okay? So, no fever, ha? No fever ang mga matatanda. Atypical, non-specific symptoms. And mas lalo pa po ang mga pasyenteng may demensya. Yung nag-uulianin po, kabaw, mas lalong mahirap sa kanilang masabing, eto na, may sakit na sila. Okay? Kasi hindi sila nagsasalita eh. Now, too much with the first one. Now is we go to the mental. Okay, ano po ba ang nangyari sa mental ng mga matatanda ngayong nag-COVID? Diba? Na-isolate sila eh. Diba? Parang ang feeling nyo na discriminate tayo sa madlang people. Bakit sila nagpupunta ng shopping? Bakit sila nagpupunta dito? Ba't kami dito na lang kami sa apat na corner ng bakuran ko? Bakit? Paano na ako? Ano na outlet ko ng emotions? Even my apo, even my anak doesn't go to me, especially those who are in the healthcare workers. Ayaw na makipagkita kasi syempre baka mahawa ang mga lola at lola. So, ito po ang stress. Ito po nagdudulot ng stress sa mga senior citizen natin. Not knowing na tayo po ngayon sa pandemyang ito ay nagiging susi yung mga healthcare workers, ay kami po ay tayo, ang pamilya, ay nagbibigay ng stress sa atin mismo mga matatanda, senior citizen. Okay? So, hindi po siya nila pinupuntahan. Hindi na po sila nakakausap kasi bawal makipaglaro na yung mga apo. Pero sabi nga nila, according to research, with the increased loneliness due to the quarantine, social distancing, self-isolation, we may see a rise in the percentage of seniors with the mental health problems. Correct? Correct. Kasi po, nagkakaroon tayo ng discrimination. Sabi nga nila, pag nagkaroon na ng matanda na, di-discriminate ka na because meron tayong changes pag nagkaroon tayo ng retirement eh, di ba? Retiring ka na eh. Retired ka na po. Diyan ka na lang. Huwag ka nang pumunta because you're a senior citizen and that's it. And you want it that way? That is the reason why. I think that is the reason why your president and vice president make a way wherein hindi lang tayo ma-isolate sa apat na corner ng inyong bahay. Okay? You have to, nade-devalue ang kahalagahan ng mga senior citizens. Okay? You are not able to, you are not able to participate in the meaningful activities of your family. Before, kayo po ay nakikipag-jogging, you do biking, di ba? Yung mga physical activities. And then, suddenly, because of the COVID, hindi ka na pwedeng maglakad, dito ka na lang. Diyan ka na lang, gusto mo. And nawala na rin po yung ating pakikipag-relationship. Okay? Poverty, syempre, naisip ni Manolo, wala na akong pera, retired na ako, tas COVID pa, wala na akong way para do something to be more worth when it comes to financials. So parang yun ang feeling nyo. Syempre, aside from the pension. Okay? So, may mga lolas at lolas na still on the go, would like to do something more than the pension. Tama po ba? I don't know kasi wala pa po ako retirement age, but that is what I read and felt sa mga ibang senior citizen po na nahahandle natin. So, what can we do? Tanong, Doktora, what can we do? So, in the face of social isolation, imposed isolation, and the resulting loneliness, we provide older adults with skills and tools to stay and even increase their social connections. Through what? You can engage with the virtual psychotherapy. Meron to tayong platform, thanks to internet, which most of you are using na, kaliwat kanan, Teki si Lola, Lola Teki, diba? No? So, huwag natin kalimutan, no? Yung hindi pa naman ganong katandaan at siguro nasa 60s and 65, and you can still, what do you call this, parang makahabol tayo sa pag-use ng social media, you have cell phones, you have video call, chat, gamitin po natin yan. Huh? You also have online games, no? Siguro hindi lang mga bata, so ang mga apo, dapat turuan si Lola mag-online game. Baka makita ko minsan nag-online game kayo. You also have radio, no? Yung radio natin, local radios, and television. These are, pag manunod kayo ng TV, huwag po tayo manood na nakakalungkot, ha? Good vibes, comedy, ha? Kailangan maganda. Kasi pag na-invite natin yung nakakalungkot at saka yung yung may mga movie na nag-aaway-away sa family, masakit sa loob yun. So, we don't like this to happen to us. So, akin lang, gusto ko lang po, manood kayo ng good vibes. Magagandang palabas sa television, and avoid yung mga depressing content. Wag po yung depressing content, okay? Now, set up a regular communications. You can cook together via video chat. Video, like what we're doing. Ito po ang the only way. O, sige po. Siguro sana magkakaroon din kayo ng ganun sa inyong asosasyon. Cook together, no? With all the video chat. You can eat together sa mga parties. O, ito na po ang pagkain natin. Ito na po, meron na tayo. Pwede kayo mag-deliver na lang po ng home cook, no? Nagluto kayo sa bahay and then ipack lunch na lang ninyo. And we will eat together. Okay? Next is you can attend virtual religious services. Don't forget, yung spiritual po natin, huwag natin pong iiwanan. Kasi, to some of us, maiba man ang relihiyon natin, but we still have to go on with our virtual religious. May nagpupunta po siguro sa inyo dito sa church na virtual. Meron po niyan, no? Nauuso po yan eh. No? Yung mga virtual services po. And then you can work together. Paano po? Yung mga exercises natin. Yoga, stretching, walk together. Mag-asawa, you can walk together dun po sa inyong beranda, malawak-lawak yan, or sa inyo pong barangay, pwede po kayo maglakad-lakad. But, avoid po natin yung injury prevention. So, don't overdo, huwag nyo pong sagadin, and stay slow. Huwag po natin bilisan yung aerobics na sobra-sobra na parang hingal na napuputol yung hininga ninyo, and steady. No? Don't overdo. And before doing anything, you ask your doctor first kung kaya niyo yun. Huwag po kayong susugod at avoid po natin mag-fall. Avoid nating ma-fall. Alright? Don't forget, kasi pag nag-fall kayo, fracture yan, and once nag-fracture kayo, nag-bedridden kayo at hindi kayo gumalaw, I don't know, that will be the worst nightmare. You can also listen to music. If you are very fond of music, now you can have your carolings. You can have your carolings with you. Mga, I don't know, papaano may mga ways and means na pwede tayong makipag-carol through the video also. No? Tandaan natin, music heals. Music nakakagaling. Music therapy. So there are other people na babalikan nyo lang po reminiscing yung 1930s, 1940s, 1950s. Nakakatuwa na po yan. Huh? Walk together. So kung meron tayong mga kasama natin na laging nagja-jog before, we can walk dun sa kabaranggayan ninyo. At I think nagbabubble tayo di ba? Kung halimbawa dito lang, lahat tayo malinis, kumbawa COVID-free tayo, ito lang, yan ang i-bubble nyo, yung area nyo na gano'n. Okay? Pwede po tayo, I don't know, with some of you in Echage na meron ba kayong music? Somebody you can do like guitar, ukulele, no? Or, I forgot to bring, I'm playing with, what do you call this? Yung maliit lang na instrument na, or you can have yung bamboo flute. May mga bamboo flute, ukulele, yung guitar, or a little of the piano. Kung mayroong mga piano teacher po dito sa Echage, along Echage, then you can do that. Siguro, pwede kayong through video. Meron naman tinuturo po, yung mga simple piano lesson through video. Okay? Sige. Others is car ride. Car. Hindi man makalabas si Lola, pero umikot ka lang na nasa loob ng kotse. So, pwede pong ipaikot siya through your anak. Pwede yan. Pwede tayo makipag-bonding. Okay? Now, when it comes to cognitive, sleep, importante sa atin tulog. Kasi pag wala pong tulog, parang nahihibang si Lola. And you need at least 7 to 9, 8 hours of restful sleep. Okay? Quality sleep talaga. Books, you can read books. You can also educate and support group, take an online classes. Online class, so yung mga teachers, retired teachers, you can do some local community college sa mga senior citizen. Even high school, pwede po tayo, yung mga dating teacher po natin, you can teach your, yung mga simple ABC or sa mga, natin, that is your ministry sa mga bata, you can. That is what we call the intergenerational activity. You still have an interaction. Pwede po yan, pero local community lang po natin sa inyong barangay. You can help our barangay, our community through that. Okay? Physical health. When it comes to physical health, meron po kayo naririnig na Tai Chi, exercise Tai Chi. Go for Life, meron po doon, www.nia.nih.gov. Mga exercises po na pwede natin gawin. Okay? So, let's practice self-care. Tayo mismo po. Some of this lecture came from the WHO. May mga tawag dito, meron silang mga payo sa atin or tips to be active, reduce time spent in sitting. You can do gardening, tying, parang cleaning up your house. Make sure lang na may mask ka para hindi ka maa-atching, allergy, cooking. And you have to do your exercise at least 30 minutes of exercise every day. Ang max, bali ang po niya is 150 minutes. All in all, kasi 5 times a day 5 times a day, 5 times a week. Okay? 5 days, no? 30 minutes times 5 days, so 150. Okay? So, start with 5 to 10 minutes. Sa exercise po, start with 5 to 10 minutes. Add a minute each day. But if you are nervous and falling, parang nervous about falling, baka malaglag ka, matrip ka, you have to exercise with someone else. Exercise with somebody, no? Kasama mo. But avoid crowds. Exercise on your bed at saka chair. You can do that. You can do the chair exercises. Mayroon po tayong mga chair exercises na makikita niyo sa video. And then, stop, rest, and talk to your doctors kapag po tayo ay nakaramdam ng dizziness. Pag nahilo ka, may chest pain ka, at hinihingal kayo during and after, you have to stop. Don't force yourself. Stop, rest, and consult your doctor. Okay? Yan po ang tips tungkol sa mga exercises. And ito po rin po, bago po tayo magtapos, gusto ko lang po ibanggitin ulit sa inyo kung paano nyo maprotektahan ang inyong sarili sa ating kalaban ngayong coronavirus, COVID-19. Huwag nyo kakalimutan po yung mask. Kahit na sinabi na nilang bumababa na po ang ating number ng mga naapektuhan. Always wear your mask in public transport, going to supermarket, going to main road. Hand washing po, simple lang po yun. May sabon, may tubig, makaka-hand wash na tayo. And also, kung wala naman kayong, nasa biyahe kayo, you can always use your hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth pag nag-atching, kahit sa loob ng bahay. And then, mag-cough, laging meron po tayong covered your nose, or you can do like that. Okay, pag naka-t-shirt, pwede ganyan. Okay? Avoid contact with people na sa tingin nyo ay meron simptoma. Kayo na po ang lumayo. And going out in general, taking out public transport as much as possible, sarili nyo na lang sana. And having a guest at your own home. Especially sa senior citizen. Iwasan po natin. Crowded places, if I were you, kahit po pinayagan na po yung 65 up to 80 yata, crowded place, don't go to shops. Still don't go to shop. Eat separately. Avoid yung malalaking gathering. No? Iwasan natin yan. And then, yung touching the objects, especially yung mga doorknob ng bahay, sa doorknobs natin. Pagka ganun, wash kayo agad. Papasok sa mga kwarto-kwarto. And then, there are other new ways to overcome feeling of isolation and loneliness. So, these are, find the new ways to overcome feelings of isolation and loneliness. There are other ways. Sabi nga po, the broken world breaks us physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. But there is hope, and that is Jesus. Jesus gives us the assurance. Okay? So, wala po tayong hindi naapektuhan. Everybody, young and old, are all affected by this COVID pandemic. And in this world, we will have troubles and problems, but we must take heart. John 16:33, these are all temporary and transitory. Christ has overcome the world, and so we will do it also someday. Celebrate each new step towards feeling connected. Connected, whatever our burdens in life, we should seek comfort and strength from God and to our fellow men. Okay? So, connected po tayo sa Panginoon. Mas mura pa ngayon kasi we don't need the video call, we don't need the text, we don't need the SIM card. Basta prayer away. Alright? And then to our fellow men, that is why we are having this communication and connection. So stay hopeful and anchor it to the only one who can make the hope real. So that is Jesus. So stay safe everyone. I love you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year po.
The other members of this association who call themselves the Four Faces to give us an intermission number.
Balsamo ang libro yaw ako kadaalan na netura ayong agano mabing yo aguyo Ito balsamo ang libro yayog ako kadaalan na negurat ayong nagano
Meron pa po tayong isa pang lecturer. Tatawagin ko rin po ang ating Pangulo upang siya rin po magpakilala sa ating pangalawang tagapagsalita.
Ang susunod na tagapagsalita natin sa programa nating Health Awareness Campaign ay anak ng Silawan Sur. Paano natin nasasabi ito? Dahil siya ay nag-asawa ng isang taga-Silawan. Siya ay isang profesor sa Isabela State University sa Departamento ng Psikolohiya. Nagtapos siya ng kanyang Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology, major in Industrial Organizational Psychology sa Far Eastern University sa Manila. Dati siyang Chief of the Scholarship and Testing Center of the Office of Student Affairs at ISU. Sa kasalukuyan, siya ay campus, gender and development focal person of the College of Arts and Sciences. Foremost, she is an advocate of mental health and gender equality. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Dr. Mary Grace Ongpico Dumpay.
So, isang maganda at mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Let me introduce to you first kung sino po ako. Ako po si Mary Grace Dumpal, isa po akong faculty sa Isabela State University Ethiague Campus, at isa po akong mental health and gender advocate. So, ngayong umaga po, pag-uusapan natin ang isa sa pinaka-importanting topic na madalas ay hindi po na bibigyan ng pansin. Ito po ay isang mental health talk at ang title po ng ating pag-uusapan ngayon ay Graying Gracefully. So, ito po ay isang mental health talk na nakalaan or intended po para sa ating mga queen-teens and king-teens. Ayoko pong sabihin niyo senior citizen. So, ano nga po ba yung pag-uusapan natin this morning? Unang-una po sa lahat, gusto ko pong ipaalam sa inyo that we all have mental health. Bakit ko po nasabi ito? Kadalasan po kasi ang mga Pilipino, ina-associate po nila ang mental health sa mental disorder, na kung saan ay frustrating o nakakalungkot. Kasi ang mental health ay hindi isang negatibong bagay, kung hindi, ito ay napakahalaga sa bawat isa sa atin. Iba po ang mental health, iba rin po ang mental disorder. So, ano nga po ba talaga ang mental health? Ang World Health Organization po define ang mental health as to the state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. So, kung mapapansin niyo po, iba po ang mental disorders sa mental health kasi kadalasan po, karamihan ng mga Pilipino kapag sinabing mental health, sasabihin may tiniling, may topak, may tama. Pero iba po talaga ang mental health sa mental disorder. So, sana po yun ang una nating liwanagin sa ating sarili at kung may maririnig po kayo na ibang taong ganun, let them be learned or enlightened. Okay? Sa definition po na binigay ng World Health Organization, mapapansin niyo po na meron diyang normal stresses of life. So, ang stress po ay parte na ng ating buhay. At ito po ay yung mga normal stresses gaya ng halimbawa, kung ikaw ay nanay, ang mga nanay po, lalo na ang mga Pilipina, multitasking yan, di ba? So, habang nagluluto, maaring naglalaba, o kaya maaring naglilinis. So, yung stress na yun na pinagsasabay mo yung multiple tasks natin pang araw-araw is a normal stress in our life. Ngayon, kung meron pong mga taong hindi makakakope sa ganong normal stresses of life, dun po magkakaroon ng problema ang mental health. And going back po doon sa sinabi ko na lahat tayo ay may mental health, ang pinagkaibahan lang po natin is kung ito po ba ay isang positive o negative mental health. Doon po tayo magkakaiba. Lahat po ay may mental health pero iba-iba po ang status ng mental health natin. Okay, last May po, we celebrated the Mental Health Week worldwide. Every year po yan, sineselebrate natin yung Mental Health Awareness Week. And this year, ang theme po natin ay Mental Health in an Unequal World. Gusto ko lang pong i-share sa inyo ng kaunti itong theme ng mental health awareness natin this year. Bakit po kaya tinawag na mental health in an unequal world? Binibigyan din po kasi nitong theme na to yung emphasis po ng there is really a pressing need for us to focus more on our health, but beyond physical health. Ibig sabihin, hindi lamang po dapat nating pagtuunan ng pansin ang ating physical health, but of course, the other health pa na pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga. Especially now that we are still fighting the virus. We are still under pandemic pero kahit po bumababa na ang rate, maaring meron pa rin pong threat, especially among senior citizens and yung pong sa mga bata. So ano nga po ba ang konsepto behind this title or this theme, mental health in an unequal world? Early in our lives kasi, for sure, we are taught to take care of ourselves. We are taught to have or to observe proper hygiene. That we have to brush regularly our teeth, to take a bath, and to always wash our heads. Eat healthy food, and if we acquire cuts or wounds, we should take care of it kasi baka ma-infect. So, tinuruan tayong hugasan, takpan, lagyan ng gamot ang ating mga sugat. Siguro, ito yung tinuro sa atin ng ating mga magulang na maaaring ito rin yung tinuro natin sa ating mga anak at sa ating mga apo. Pero, ano nga po ba ang tinuro naman sa atin ng ating mga magulang about the other health? What do our parents teach us and what do we teach to our children about psychological health? So, kapag sinabi kong hygiene, alam na alam natin yan kasi tinuro talaga sila. Pero sa totoo lang po, every day, we inquire more psychological injuries than physical injuries. Pero, ang tinuro nga lang po sa atin is physical hygiene. Ang tinuro lang po sa atin is how to take care of our physical injuries or our physical wound. Pero paano naman po ang psychological hygiene? Paano naman po yung mga psychological wounds natin gaya ng failure, kagaya ng loneliness, kagaya ng rejection, na araw-araw po ay nating na-experience. Ano po ang tinuro sa atin na ating mga magulang tungkol dito? At ang importante pong tanong, ano po ang tinuro natin sa ating mga anak tungkol sa mga psychological injuries na to? In connection po sa mga queen-teens and king-teens. So, lahat po tayo, as we grow older, we became meticulous with our health, particularly physical health. So, nagiging meticulous tayo kung ano man ang mga intakes natin, and we maintain medicines, we maintain vitamins, supplements, to take care of our physical health. But, I guess, not on our psychological health. Tama po ba? So, ilan po dito sa atin yung patuloy na nagbabasa ng mga books, magazines, nagsusurf o nagbo-browse sa net tungkol sa kung saan saang bagay na bago para sa atin. At ilan din po sa atin dito yung nakikipag-socialize sa mga friends natin, old friends and new friends. So, masaya po ako kung lahat kayo ay ginagawa pa rin ito, patuloy na ginagawa pa rin ito. Pero matanong ko din po sa inyo, how many of you here feel lonely and oftentimes feeling alone and feeling insignificant? Kasi parang madalas ko pong marinig yung mga linyang yan sa mga nakakatanda na o dun sa mga nag-retire na ang nararamdaman nila, nagiging insignificant na sila, especially on their own home. So, ilan po sa atin na nakakaramdam na ng ganun? Now, ano po yung pakiramdam kapag ito pong mga idea na to o thought na ito na ako ay insignificant, ako ay nag-iisa na lang, ako ay hindi na mahalaga sa mga anak ko o sa aking mga kaibigan. Ano po yung nararamdaman ninyo basically kapag pumapasok na ito sa ating isip? And ano po ang ginagawa ninyo? Sinasabi niyo po ba ito sa partner mo, sa asawa niyo, sa mga anak mo, sa mga kaibigan niyo? Sigurado po ako hindi lahat nagsasabi. So, even you, going back dun po sa ating concept na mental health in an unequal world. So, even you are biased. So, even you is hindi pinapractice ang equal world. Bakit? Kasi mas binibigyan po natin ng pansin ang ating physical health kaysa sa ating psychological health. This world is really unequal. So, masasabi po natin na it's really high time for us to fill the gap. maging pantay po tayo. Kung binibigyan po natin ng pansin ang ating physical health, dapat ganun din po ang ating psychological health. Actually, mas importante po talagang bigyan diin ang ating psychological health. Dahil kung ano man po ang mental status natin, it also affects our physical health. But not on the other way around. Diba? Or siguro masasabi po ng mga medical doctors pareho. So pag-usapan po natin kung ano nga po ba talaga itong mental health na dapat natin maintindihan. So ano po itong mga bagay na nakaka-apekto sa ating mental health in our later life? So una na po dito yung retirement. Alam naman po natin dito sa Pilipinas, when we reach the age of 60 or 65, we are ought to retire. Or, meron na nga pong offer ngayon ng early retirement, diba? So, early than 60. So, bakit po nakaka-apekto itong retirement? Kasi, marami sa atin, yung ating trabaho, nakakapagbigay siya ng sense of purpose eh. And, dahil may sense of purpose tayo, it boosts our self-esteem. Lumalakas po yung ating loob na dahil may trabaho ako, I am secure, I can help many people, and maybe doon sa inyong workplace, merong friendship, nararamdaman ninyo yung care from your friends, from your colleagues, from your supervisors. So, during our work days, there is a structure. And most especially, there is financial stability. So, ngayon, kapag pumasok na po tayo sa retirement, wala na po lahat itong benefits ng work na to. And, marami po sa atin, for sure, ang natatakot o nag-worry regarding their financial stability. Pero mas maganda po kung wala Pero karamihan po ng naririnig ko, ito po ang nagiging problema during the retirement. Their financial stability, the sense of purpose, tapos bumababa po ang self-esteem dahil nga nasa bahay na lang, and then nawawala po o bumababa po ang socializations nila dahil nga po hindi na sila lumalabas o pumapasok sa kanilang mga opisina. So, ano po ang pwede natin gawin para wag maka-apekto sa ating mental health ang ating retirement? First of all, we have to put things in order. So, ano-ano po itong mga bagay na dapat nating ilagay in order? Number 1 na po dyan, yung finances niyo po. Hindi po ako nagpo-promote dito ng kahit anong product, pero dapat po talaga maging prepare po tayo financially, especially sa ating pagtanda. Maaaring tayo ngayon ay malakas pa, still healthy, pero pag dumating po yung time na talagang ang dami ng supplement, ang dami ng medicines, so lahat po yun dapat pinaghahandaan natin. And then second po, dahil nga nabago na yung ating daily routine, we also have to prepare a new daily routine. Kung dati-dati po, pag gising nyo ng 5 o'clock, you will be preparing for breakfast and then headed for your office. So ngayon po, mag-prepare pa rin kayo ng daily routine niyo. Ano po yung una nyong gagawin after having a breakfast? Ano po yung susunod hanggang sa matapos po ang inyong day? Ano po ang gagawin nyo? So, prepare for that. Para hindi po kayo mabore, hindi po maging unproductive yung ating buhay or unproductive yung ating araw. Then, pangalawa po, we have to find social support. So, sino-sino po ba yung social support natin? Pwede pong mga kaibigan, pwede pong mga kamag-anak, and most especially po, ang ating mga anak. So, lahat po yan ay makakatulong sa atin kapag alam natin na sila ay nandyan para sa ating lahat. And then, pwede rin po natin gawin yung mga bagay na bago para sa atin. So, halimbawa na lang po, yung mga naririnig kong mga kasamahan namin na una nang nag-retire, from teaching to farming, so it is something new. So, talagang nag-enjoy po sila. And then also, you may also try to volunteer, especially sa mga church activities or other non-government organizations po na maraming ginagawa para sa ating community. So, yun po yung mga ilang bagay na pwede natin gawin para mapaglabanan po natin yung epekto ng retirement. Second is bereavement. So, bereavement or grief. So, iba-iba po yung reaction natin kapag sinabi po natin bereavement or grief or kung may nawala po sa ating importanteng tao. Ngayon, ano po ang pwede natin gawin para wag po maka-apekto itong bereavement sa ating mental health? Unang-una po sa lahat, huwag po natin kahiyaan i-share yung ating nararamdaman. Alam ko po, mga kalalakihan natin, madalas itinatago yung kanilang nararamdaman. Kasi nga, meron tayong kultura na kapag lalaki, hindi dapat maging emotional. Dapat lagi silang strong, lagi silang firm. Pero iba na po ang panahon ngayon. Kasi para po itong isang vulkan na kapag hindi po nailabas na mabuti yung mga init, bigla na lang po sasabog. So, ganun din po yung emotions natin. Kapag tago po tayo ng tago, especially ng mga negative emotions, bigla na lang po tayo mag-burst. So, mas nakakalungkot po yun at mas nakakatakot. Ano pa po ang pwede natin gawin kapag tayo ay naka-experience ng bereavement? So, unang-una po, dapat gumawa tayo ng mga bagay na nakakapagbigay sa atin ng magandang pakiramdam. Halimbawa po, yung pagtatanim, pag-aalaga ng mga pets, something that is giving us a good feeling. So, iba-iba po rin yun. Kung ano man po yung mga bagay na nakakapagbigay ng kagaangan ng loob sa inyo, yun po ang gawin ninyo. Pangalawa, huwag niyo pong kalimutan lagi to take care of your body, your physical health din, not mental health lang. So, huwag niyo pong pabayaang magpuyat kayo, you have to get enough rest, enough sleep, and syempre po, exercise and eat healthy to overcome this grief. Okay, susunod po natin ang bagay na nakakaapekto sa atin o maaaring makaapekto sa ating mental health ay yung physical illness natin or disability. Siyempre, alam naman po natin when we grow old, nagiging marurupok na po yung ating mga buto-buto, yung functioning of our mental organs. So, hindi po malayo na isa sa atin ay may karamdaman na. But it's a good thing kung malalaman kung lahat kayo ay healthy at walang physical illness right now. Pero ito po yung nakakaapekto sa iba. So, yung physical illness po nila at yung yung disability po nila. So, paano po ito nakakaapekto? It affects the quality of life. Kasi it can make disability can make life harder to you to get out and enjoy things. Kasi pagka may disability ka, syempre, hindi ka naman na agad-agad o basta-basta na lang makakalabas kagaya nung mga panahon na ikaw ay very healthy. Kung gusto mong pumunta sa isang lugar, hindi na rin agad-agad. Especially now that we have these mga health protocols and health restrictions. So, yun po, kapag hindi natin nagawa yung mga bagay na dati natin ginagawa regularly, nakakabigay po ito ng depression or nagkakaroon po tayo ng anxiety. So, kapag ganito po, kung meron na tayong physical illness, syempre, we should always take care of our health, eat healthy, exercise, and avoid alcohols and cigarettes. Another thing that might affect our mental health is our medication. So, alam naman po natin, lahat ng medication ay may side effect. So, there are medicines po that can give a side effect in our mental health or emotions or even moods. So, maaari po magkaroon tayo ng mood swings kapag meron tayong medicines na tinitake regularly. And sabi nga po natin kanina, di ba, kapag we get older, nagiging meticulous tayo sa health natin. So, kung ano-ano yung tinitake natin, supplements, vitamins, na kung minsan hindi po natin nakikita o nalalaman agad kung ano po yung mga side effects na yun. So, meron po maaaring side effect niya ay nausea, loss of appetite, kung minsan naman po ay mga muscle weaknesses. So, kung ano man po yung tinitake natin ngayon, try to ask your doctors or your healthcare professionals kung ano nga po ba yung magiging side effect nito sa ating health in the long run. Okay, last, hindi naman po ito last, pero loneliness po, isa sa pinaka-importante at pinakamalaking bagay na maaaring maka-apekto sa ating mental health in the later life. Okay, paano po nakaka-affect ang loneliness? Siyempre, hindi po mawawala ito, especially sa ating mga twin teens and teen teens. Kung saan kapag nag-iisa tayo, nag-iisip-isip tayo ng mga nakaraan, nag-iisip tayo ng ating future, loneliness is creeping us. And marami pong bagay kasi ang nakakadulot ng loneliness eh. So, pwede pong makamatay o makabilis ng pagkamatay ang loneliness. Chronic loneliness po yun. Look, normal naman pong maramdaman ang kalungkutan. Pero yung tinatawag po nating chronic loneliness, it can give you 14% na chances ng early death. Kasi ang loneliness, it does not only affect your mental health but also your physical health. It can suppress your immune system. So kapag sinuppress ang immune system, mababa po ang chances that your system or your body can fight against viruses or different illnesses. Kung mapapansin niyo po, di ba, madalas nakakarinig po tayo ng testimony, especially ngayong COVID. May COVID. Yung iba po na COVID patient, hindi nakaka-recover. Hindi dahil sa mahina ang kanilang katawan, kung hindi, natatalo sila ng kalungkutan sa isolation room. Yung iba naman po na nakaka-survive, sinasabi din po nila na mas mahirap kalabanin yung pag-iisa o yung kalungkutan, dala ng pag-iisa, kesa doon sa virus. So, ganun po kung may epekto ang loneliness. At ganun din po yung paraan kung bakit o paano tayo maaring mamatay due to chronic loneliness. Ang nakakatawa nga lang po or very ironic is mabuti pa ang mga cigarette packs, yung mga pabalat na sigarilyo, may warning sign that it can affect your health and kill you eventually. Pero ito pong loneliness, hindi niya sasabihin sa inyo na, sige lang, experience mo ko at mamamatay ka kaagad. Wala pong ganun. So, okay pa ang cigarette packs, may warning, but the loneliness does not. So, alagaan po natin yung ating sarili. Huwag po natin pabayaan kainin tayo ng ating kalungkutan. So, ano po ang mga pwede natin gawin kapag ito po ay na-experience natin? Unang-una po sa lahat, huwag po natin ikahiya na aminin that we are lonely. We have to accept the feeling. We have to accept the emotions that we have right now. And we should be connected. Stay connected with the support system that we have. Yung ating mga kaibigan, yung ating mga anak, yung ating mga apo, yung ating mga kamag-anak. So, huwag po natin pabayaang i-isolate natin yung ating sarili. Kasi habang ina-isolate po natin yung ating sarili, mas mararamdaman po natin itong kalungkutan na to. And of course, make yourself busy. Marami naman po tayong pwedeng gawin eh. Kagaya na lang ng paghahalaman, pagnenegosyo, pag-aalaga ng pets, or pag-start ng backyard farming, di ba? Especially sa mga kasama natin dito sa Etiague, maraming mahihilig mag-backyard farming. Huwag lang po yung chismis ha. Although uso po ngayon ng mga marites, pero huwag na po yun kasi hindi siya productive. So, make yourself busy with productive things po. Okay, another thing na nakaka-apekto sa ating mental health ay yung pag-aalaga natin to someone else. Kasi, alam naman po natin that caring for someone can be rewarding. Nakakadulot po yun ng magandang pakiramdam, di ba, na naalagaan mo yung mahal mo sa buhay or something you want to take care of. Pero kung minsan po, nakakapagod na siya. It is exhausting, it is time-consuming, and costly. So, kapag ka ganito po, halos nabubuhos na yung oras natin o yung panahon natin at atensyon natin doon sa inaalagaan natin, na nakakalimutan na natin yung ating sarili. And kapag nakalimutan na natin yung ating sarili, kalimutan na natin to take care of ourselves, mabilis na tayo makadevelop ng stress, ng anxiety, at ng depression. At kapag lahat po ito ay na-experience natin, we really have a very poor mental health. So, kapag hindi naman po maiiwasan na meron kayong aalagaan, please do not neglect yourself. Take care of yourself, both physically and psychologically. And, of course, make caring a fun way. Huwag po natin isipin lagi na kapag may inaalagaan tayo, those negative things na pagod ka na, masyadong magastos. So, enjoy nyo po yung pagkikare. Kasi, di ba, alam naman po natin, whenever we enjoy things that we do, we make it easier for us to accomplish everything. So, enjoy lang po natin and make it fun. Huwag po masyadong isipin yung negative side ng pag-aalaga to someone else. Otherwise, magbubumerang po yun sa ating mental health. So, ano nga po ba ang common mental health problems na na-experience po ng ating mga senior citizens or older adults? Kadalasan po, hindi naman po lahat ay, or hindi naman po common sa lahat ng nagiging senior citizen or older adult ay nagkakaroon ng mental health problems. Madalas po, marami po sa ating mga senior citizens ang walang problema sa mental health. Pero there are those who experience mental health issues or mental health problems in later life. And ito po yung mga common sa kanila. Una, yung tinatawag po nating depression. So, ano nga po ba ang depression? Ang mga common symptoms po ng depression, mahirap po kasi i-define. Pero bibigyan ko na lang po kayo ng mga common symptoms para ma-check ninyo if you are experiencing depression. So, una po dito, yung feeling of sadness, hopelessness, guilt, worry, and unable to enjoy things that you previously enjoyed doing. Ito po mga feeling of sadness, hopelessness, wala silang reason o wala silang pinag-ugatan. Bigla na lang po ninyong mararamdaman na nalulungkot ako. Pag tinanong kayo, bakit ka nalulungkot? You cannot explain it. Pero yun yung nararamdaman mo. Bakit ka nagigilty? O bakit ka nagiging hopeless? Wala lang. So, kapag ka ganito po ang ating sitwasyon, we might be experiencing depression. And huwag po kayo matatakot kasi there is a depression na normal, mild, moderate. So, iba-iba pa rin po ang level of depression. Then, second po is the most common thing among seniors or older adults, dementia. So, dementia, it is a decline in mental ability na nakaka-apekto po sa ating memory, sa ating problem-solving skill, sa ating concentration, at sa ating perception. So, ito po yung common term is makakalimuting, ulyanin, ganon. Parang nawawala po tayo minsan sa focus na imbis na asin yung ilalagay natin, nagiging asukal, o kaya yung takip ng bote, napapagpalit natin sa ibang takip, ganon. So, kapag na-experience na po yun, most likely, papunta po tayo sa dementia. Although wala pong cure for dementia, pero may mga treatments naman po for dementia, so people can still live happily and safely. Yun nga lang po, huwag nyo dapat itinatago o huwag nyo pong ikahihiya. You have to ask help kasi there is always help available around you. Next is drinking too much alcohol. Parang common thing po ito, especially sa mga lalaki. Diba? Bihira po ako nakakarinig excuse po. Bihira po ako nakakarinig sa mga kababaihan, especially sa mga older adults, na they have a problem with too much drinking. So, hindi po kasi natin napapansin itong drinking too much kasi there are times na ang tendency po natin, if we feel lonely, if we feel unwell, feel pain, umiinom po tayo. Tapos hindi po natin napapansin na ang dami na pala or sobra-sobra na pala yung pagtitake natin. And it becomes a regular thing for us. So, bakit nagiging problema ito sa ating mental health? Kasi po, alam naman natin yung epekto ng alcohol, di ba? It can lead you to low mood, parang bumabagsak po yung mood natin, that we feel depression, kakaroon po tayo ng dizziness, memory problem, concentration problem, and later, madadamage po yung ating liver, yung ating heart, and our brain over time. Alam naman po natin, di ba? Tamang-tama ang alcohol sa mga perceptions natin. So, it is a function of our brain and eventually, babagsak po yung functioning or basic functioning ng ating brain kapag regular po yung too much drinking of alcohol. Okay, another po is severe mental health. Severe mental health problems po ito. So, ano po ba yung mga severe mental health problems? These are bipolar, schizophrenia. So, pag sinabi po natin bipolar, ito po yung mood swing na parang nagsiswitch lang po tayo ng moods. 1 minute, masaya tayo. Another minute or even a second lang po, galit na tayo. Or kung minsan po, galit tayo, tapos bigla na lang tayong tatawa. So, severe mental health problem po ang pagkakaroon ng bipolar. Parang it's the opposites, extreme opposites. Galit na galit ka, tapos in 1 second, masayang-masaya ka naman. So, ito po yung sinasabi natin sa Katagalugan na may tiniling. Pero psychologically speaking po, ito po yung condition na tinatawag natin bipolar. And it's schizophrenia. Ano naman po ang schizophrenia? Ang schizophrenia po, pati na rin po ang bipolar, hindi naman po ito na-experience kapag tayo ay nasa older stage na. Maaaring ito pong dalawang ito ay na-experience na natin or naging problema na natin during our early lives, particularly during the 20s. Pero we are able to control. Ngayon, pagdating po ng older life natin or later life, nagkakaroon po uli ng expression or lumalabas po uli o bumabalik po uli itong mga condition na to. So, kaya po sinabi ko kanina na hindi lahat ng older adults or ng seniors ay may mental health problems. So, ito lang po yung mga common na mental health problems natin. Now, what is the most important thing to learn is how to look after your mental health and gracefully, just like our title. So, paano nga po ba at ano ang mga dapat nating gawin so that we can have a positive, good mental health and gracefully. Okay, number 1 po, we have to be prepared for the changes, all changes in our life. So, number 1 doon ang retirement, yung ating mga routines, lahat po ng pagbabago sa buhay, dapat paghandaan natin, kagaya ng mga nasabi ko nung una. Second po is talk about problems and concerns. So, alam naman po natin na hindi na tayo yung when we retire, hindi na po tayo yung in charge sa ating bahay. And if we have our problems and concerns, we have to air them. Kailangan po sinasabi natin. Kadalasan po kaya nagkakaroon ng problema sa loob ng bahay between the older adults and their children is that yung communication po, hindi open. Kung ano man po kasi yung mga problema natin, hindi natin sinasabi sa ating mga anak directly or hindi po natin nire-raise yung mga concerns natin. So, habang tinatago po natin yan, the tendency is hindi po masusolusyonan, hindi po ma-address at magkakaroon po ng miscommunications yung tayo sa pagitan ng ating mga anak. So, it's better to talk about your problems and concerns. Then, ask for help. Huwag po maihiya. Kung meron man po kayong kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, di ba? Huwag niyo po ikahiya kung ano man po yung inyong mga feelings right now. If you are lonely, if you are down, if you are depressed, huwag niyo pong ikahiya and learn to accept the feeling. then ask for help. Because help is just around the corner. Marami pong help ngayon. Kung kinukulang po tayo ngayon ng mga mental health practitioners, pero marami po tayong volunteer na mental health advocates that can help you. Okay? Care for others. So, care for others, hindi po, parang it's different from being a carer. Pero, nakakatulong po kasi yung caring for others dahil nakakapagbigay po ito ng positive feeling sa atin. Especially kapag tayo ay nag-aalaga ng mga apo or maaring elder parents or maaring partners or maaring kaibigan or kapitbahay. So, ito po kasing caring for others, we can keep relationships strong between different people. So, alam po naman po natin, kagaya ng una kong nasabi, yung strong support, yung social relationship, yung bond natin with others can really give a positive effect in our mental health. So, habang may inaalagaan po tayong iba, nagkakaroon po tayo ng strong bond with them, strong relationship with them, and it gives them a positive effect in our mental health. And besides, kapag meron po tayong inaalagaan kasi, it gives us the feeling that we are valued. So, tumataas po uli yung ating self-esteem, and that is good for mental health again. So, huwag po natin tingnan yung pag-aalaga sa iba, especially sa ating mga makukulit na apo, as a negative thing. But it is a very, very positive thing for us, especially for our mental health. Next is be active and sleep well. Yan, lipat ko po yung camera ko kasi hindi nyo makita yung picture. So, be active and sleep well. Huwag niyo pong sabihin na, matanda na ako para tumakbo. Matanda na ako para sumayaw. Tanda na ako para mag-exercise. Hindi po. Kailangan ng katawan ninyo ang maging active pa rin at magkaroon po kayo ng sapat na tulog. Yung pong good night rest, good night sleep. Kasi mas importante po yun. Iba talaga yung effect ng good night sleep kesa po doon sa long day sleep. So, bukod po dito, bakit po nagiging positive sa ating mental health yung pagiging active? Siyempre, alam naman natin, when our body moves, our mind, when our body moves, our mind moves. Parang habang kumikilos o gumagalaw yung ating katawan, lalong nagiging active yung ating mind. So, stay active, do something, exercise, and bukod pa po doon, kapag nag-exercise kayo at may mga kasama kayo, it gives again another positive points for our mental health. Kasi yung socialization nyo po di ba? Yung happiness ninyo doing things together is different. So again, it adds to your positive mental health. And good night sleep, syempre kapag may good night sleep, nare-rest yung ating mga neurons. So afterwards, magpa-function well again the different areas of our mind kapag maganda ang tulog. Eat and drink sensibly. So, sensibly, alam ko naman po na basta senior or older adult, they are very sensible to what they eat, for whatever they eat and drink. So, eat sensibly, dapat po yung alam ninyong makakatulong sa inyong both physical health and psychological health. Kung alam niyo pong makaka-apekto ito negatively sa inyong katawan, please refuse taking it. Especially dun sa mga mataas ang blood pressure, may mga allergy, may asthma. So, reminder lang po, we have to eat and drink sensibly. Because what we eat and what we drink affects how we feel. And sometimes, kung ano man po yung kinakain natin o iniinom natin, it affects immediately our mood, our behavior, especially the alcohols. Okay, so again, eat and drink sensibly. Another thing po is to do things that you enjoy. If you enjoy playing with your colleagues, if you enjoy taking care of your pets, cooking, dancing, whatever things that you enjoy most, do those things. Kasi nga po, iba yung nagiging epekto ng pakiramdam na you are doing something na nakaka-enjoy. Iba po yung happiness. It gives a positive effect on our mental health. And of course, huwag niyo pong kakalimutan, syempre, ano na po kayo mag-a-arrange na po kayo ng daily routines nyo. So, hindi naman po pwedeng lagi na lang kayong busy. You have to relax and you have to take a break. Parang kagaya po ng mga younger adults. Kapag super busy po sila and they forgot to have relaxation, nag-breakdown na sila. So, ganun din po kayo. You have to relax and take a break. So that during the relaxation moment, nakakapag-meditate kayo, nakakapag-isip kayo clearly, and you can still plan for another task or for another thing so that you can enjoy life more efficiently or more productively as you grow older. So, kapag relax po tayo, maganda po tayo. Yung emotion, yung positive emotion, nag-e-emanate or nagre-reflect sa ating physical body, sa ating mga face. So, we gray gracefully. We still beautiful kapag tumanda tayo. So, last thing po, paalala lang, or isang quote lang po about mental health. So, mental health po is not a destination, but it is a process. It's about how you thrive, but not where you're going. Aming salamat, mabalat, and God bless po.
I can't stop loving you. I made up my mind to live in memory of some time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say, so I'll just live my life so yesterday. Those happy hours that we once knew. So long ago, still make me blue. They say the time heals a broken heart. That time has stood still since we've been apart. I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind to live in memory of old lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say, so I'll just live my life so yesterday. So happy hours that we once knew. So long ago, still made broken, they say that's time. It's gonna heal a broken heart. But time has stood still since we've been apart. I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind to live in memory, yeah, of some time. I can't stop waiting you. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday, of yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions to ask or clarifications to make, please write them down to be submitted to the BSSSCA President and to be submitted later to the messengers of the two speakers for the answers to your queries.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Napakinggan natin ang isang makabuluhang lecture ng ating dalawang expert sa larangan ng medisina. Sana hindi natin makalimutan ang ating natutunan at gamitin natin para sa ating sariling kalusugan. Sa ngalan ng Barangay Silawan Sur Senior Citizen Association, ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa ating mga tagapagsalita at inyong lahat, kabarangay, lalong-lalo na ang grupo ng senior citizen. Maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po.